All right, Arise political editor and director of news, Sumner Sambo, joins us now to discuss these political developments. Sumner, it's good to see you again. It's been a while on Newsnight. Okay, let's begin with Bukola Saraki's declaration of intention to be president in 2023. Well, he says North Central has performed. It is time to produce the president, and we've worked hard for the unity of Nigeria. Is that the reason why we should hand it over to him in 2023?
Well, not necessarily him, but I think he's making a very strong point that the North Central should not be left out of the conversation ahead of 2023, because there's been a sort of deliberate attempt actually to push the North Central away from the discourse when it comes to 2023. Because if I may take your mind backwards, when the PDP was talking about where it will zone its national chairmanship, there was this deliberate attempt to say it should go to the North Central. It should go to the North Central.
Well, the Saraki camp was not in support of
yes, and it was a ploy actually by those from the Northwest to ensure that it goes to the North Central. Ask yourself, the North Central has produced more PDP national chairmanship than the Northeast and Northwest. So why not the Northwest? The Northwest has produced 2 national chairmen of PDP, Haliru Bello and Ahmed Makarfi. And the Northeast produced 2 also. So if that's the case, Muazu alone, if that is the case, then why was that emphasis so much on the North Central? The idea was to actually skim the North Central away from 2023 and allow it to have the national chairmanship of the PDP. So now the Northeast has produced 2 national chairmanship, actually. Let me correct myself here, because we had Bamanga Tukur and then Muazu from Bauchi State. So, and then you've had 2 in the North West. So if that is the case, the idea of Saraki's group in the PDP is to say, look, we may have this national chairmanship again, but you must allow us to contest for 2023 presidential ticket in the PDP. And so it is after that that you could see a Kawu Baraje coming out to say, look, even if you're giving us an IU, still make it clear that we still have the right to vie for presidential ticket.
All right, well, I'm interested in 2 things that you'll throw light on. One, what is the significance of his showing his intention or declaring his intention, and he goes to do that in Benue State, where you have the governor, Autumn, as the governor there. And then secondly, it sounds, I don't know whether it's a rhetoric or, I don't know, but he says, let's vote for a party that has put its house in order. And I'm thinking, which is that party? Is it PDP?
Well,
he's referring to the PDP.
Let me just start from that last question. Well, the PDP, according to him, seems to have put its house in order by bringing an Iyocha Ayu out. You could see how they were able to manage that situation. That discussion began from the same North Central. Then it now went to the Northern Caucus. And then eventually, Ayu was brought out as a consensus candidate of the party, being accepted by all parts of the country. Yeah. Now, they think that by doing that elective convention in a consensus manner, that a whole lot of Nigerians have now accepted the PDP as a party that's well organized. Coming to your other question on Benue, Benue State seems to be the home of the North Central, alongside Plateau. It used to be called Benue Plateau before. So whatever happens in what's politically called the Middle Belt, it happens between Benue and Plateau State. So Saraki needed to go to Benue to actually form this alliance with Otom and to let Otom know that he is behind IU, and then to follow up on what IU has said. Remember, IU had said after his emergence that even though he has been elected national chairman of PDP, that if the time comes that a presidential candidate comes out from the north, that he's willing to step down. So it looks like there's an agreement between Otom and Bukola Saraki that, look, I will come out from the zone, and eventually when I do, he should be able to step back. That is, IU should step back. So in the
from being the chairman of the party.
From being the chairman,
made that statement.
Because you cannot have the chairman and the presidential candidate of the party coming from the same zone. In all of this, what Nigerians must understand is that the North Central or Middle Belt has never produced a democratically elected president or vice president.
Will all of this stand him in good stead? I mean, what are his chances of emerging?
Well,
and if he does emerge, what will a Saraki presidency even look like? What will he bring to the table?
Interesting, Saraki seems to be selling himself as the bridge between northern and southern Nigeria, because Kwara State is deemed to be, at times politically in the south, if you are playing ethno-religious conflict. But when
that's
it comes,
when the Bukola comes up.
That's where the Bukola comes up. And you could see his father, the late Olushola Saraki, in those days when he used to contest for presidential ticket, he would print 2 posters. One in the north, he will be wearing a Yoruba attire.
So you probably expect that his son
he will be wearing a northern attire and then calling himself by this same Abubakar. And then the other one in the south, you see him wearing a Yoruba outfit. So I mean, it says a lot about his son, Bukola Saraki, as he beats for it.
Yeah, Sambo. That's interesting.